Life is about movement and vitality. Don't let vein disease slow you down. Our cutting-edge procedures are minimally invasive with little to no downtime. Rediscover healthy, beautiful legs that keep up with your life. Regain your confidence and freedom to enjoy every moment. Choose Vein Clinics of Hawaii. Your journey to healthier veins start here.
Aloha, it's Kiana Cayabyab, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. An American woman and her teenage daughter have been freed after being held hostage by Hamas in Gaza. Officials said it is the first such release from among the roughly 200 people who were abducted by the militant group during an October 7 rampage through southern Israel. Hamas said it released Judith Raanan and her 17-year-old daughter Natalie for humanitarian reasons in an agreement with the Qatari government. The pair had been on a trip from their home in suburban Chicago to celebrate the Jewish holidays when they were abducted. The release comes ahead of an expected ground offensive that Israel says is aimed at rooting out Hamas militants who rule the Gaza Strip. Israel said it does not plan to take long-term control over the tiny territory, which is home to some 2.3 million people. GOP Representative Jim Jordan is no longer in the running for House Speaker. Republicans dropped Jordan as their nominee after he failed on a third ballot for the gavel today. After two failed votes, Jordan's third attempt essentially collapsed as more centrist Republicans revolted over the nominee and the hardball tactics that were used to win their votes. After hardliners ousted Kevin McCarthy as Speaker earlier this month, the deadlock over who will replace him has deepened into a full-blown crisis. The Republican majority has no realistic plan to unite its members, elect a new Speaker, and return to work. Majority Leader Steve Scalise said Republicans are going to come back and start over on Monday. A 36-year-old woman died and a 38-year-old man has been seriously injured after a single vehicle crash in Ko'olina. Police said the woman was driving west on Farrington Highway at about 7:10 Thursday night when she failed to negotiate a bend in the road while exiting the Ali'i Nui Drive off-ramp. The vehicle drove up a grass embankment, sideswiped a palm tree, crashed head-on into another palm tree, and flipped over, pinning the driver inside. Police said the driver was pronounced dead at the scene, while the male passenger was taken to a hospital in serious condition. Speed appears to be a factor in the crash, but it is unknown if alcohol or drugs were also factors. The traffic fatality is Oahu's 43rd for 2023, compared with 37 at the same time last year. Surfers at China Walls came to the aid of an island visitor Thursday, possibly saving his life. Just before 6 Thursday evening, a 24-year-old man from New York reportedly hit his head while jumping into the ocean from a rocky ledge. Honolulu Ocean Safety said the man was swept out by the waves, but surfers in the area quickly paddled to him and kept him afloat. They brought him to shore and waited until lifeguards and Honolulu Emergency Medical Services arrived. Paramedics began advanced life support before taking the man to a hospital in critical condition. Officials have warned that waters at China Walls are dangerous for the inexperienced and can be unpredictable even for those familiar with the popular surf spot. Wall Street racked up more losses Friday to close out its worst week in a month. The S&P 500 fell 1.3% for a fourth straight drop, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average sank 0.9% and the Nasdaq Composite tumbled 1.5%. The stock market has been struggling under the weight of the bond market, where the yield on the 10-year Treasury briefly topped 5% late Thursday for the first time since 2007. High yields make borrowing more expensive for everyone, and they slow the economy while dragging on prices for stocks and other investments. The yield on the 10-year Treasury was hanging near 5% early Friday morning before easing back to 4.91% later in the day. It's been generally catching up to the Federal Reserve's main interest rate, which is already above 5.25% and at its highest level since 2001. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week, Monday.
Call us at 808-585-2955 or visit our website at veinclinicsofhawaii.com to schedule your consultation.